Jeremy Combs. Gilliard, yo! Breaking ankles. Barkley ahead. Oh, at the buzzer. What can they do? On one for the finish. 5 seconds to go. Speed towards the basket for two.
Hello and welcome back to the ASEAN Basketball League. We have a great game here for you. Hong Kong Eastern taking on the Saigon Heat here today at Maba Stadium, Kuala Lumpur in the third day of the KL League. My name is Ming. I'm Ming on the mic, and alongside me, or well on the court as you can see right there, is my co-commentator and the anchor of the show, Mr. Ben Ibrahim. He's ready for pre-game interview right here with O.D. Bassett of the Hong Kong Eastern team, and we will go to him right now. Apologies for that. There's just a little bit of difficulty right there on the technical side of things. We're just checking things out right now, and once we confirm everything's set, we're going back to Ben in the
need to be made so that you can get the win today, taking into consideration you're up against a very hot Saigon Heat team.
Yeah, just staying focused on our end, just staying focused, taking it one game at a time, and, just staying defense.
All right, can't wait to see the game, man. Thanks, OD. Back to you, Ming.
Thank you very much, Ben. That's a great interview from O.D. Bassett. Not sure how much of it we got right there, but we'll move on to the game. This is going to be a top-of-the-table clash between the two players. And Ben Ibrahim is standing by a Saigon Heat player right now. We know him as Mr. Wiggles. Ben.
We're here with Hua Zhang, a.k.a. Mr. Wiggle. K, or his nickname is K. K, a great start for the tournament for you guys on Friday night, but a tougher opponent today. Tell us about the key adjustments in relation to the Hong Kong team.
We just go out there, play our game. Best thing to do is just communicate with each other, and hopefully we'll go get that win.
Overall expectation of the ball club moving forward now that we're at the business end of the tournament.
Can you say it again?
Overall expectation for you guys internally of the ball club moving forward now that we are at the business end of the tournament, end of the Maba tournaments, Vietnam coming up, and then the playoffs.
I think for everybody is just winning that championship and making history for the organization.
Well, all the best to you in making history, my friend. Good luck for today. That's with Hua Zhang of the Saigon Heat right there. Back to you, Ming. I'll see you very, very soon.
Thank you very much, Ben. Winning the championship is everything every team in the league will aspire to. But first of all, Saigon Heat has got to win this game. Both teams at a 7-2 record, both sitting on top of the table. But the keys to the game right here for the Hong Kong Eastern team is to figure out how to lock down the three-headed hydra of Saigon Heat. The triple threat of Evan Gilliard, Jeremy Combs, as well as Mr. J.R. Holder. That will be very key for them, as well as looking for more scoring contribution from the bench. In their last game against the last game they played yesterday, actually, they were 85-83, winning against Singapore. Had a great first half, but lost team in the second. And as for Saigon Heat, their keys for the game is are they able to lock down Chris McLaughlin? But the key player to watch for Hong Kong Eastern, number 88, Dominic Gilbert, Ben.
That's right, Meng. 28 points, 7 rebounds, and 7 assists. He had an outstanding game yesterday. I remember saying to him in Batam, look, bro, you're really pushing for a starting position because he's more of a bench player in Batam. But he really, really came alive yesterday. He was cold in the third quarter, but he found his groove again in the fourth. And in my opinion, that was one of him and Tony the Truck, those two guys were the key differences. Well, the difference really in that game against a very talented Singapore Slingers team.
I agree, Ben. 28 points, 7 assists, and 7 rebounds. No one can fight. No one can argue against that stat line. But for the Saigon Heat, Ben, I was talking about the three-headed hydra, of the Saigon Heat, and this is one of the Jarius J.R. Holder, a silky smooth 3-level scorer, can score at the rim, in the mid-range, and in at the three-point line as well.
No, he's a very, very talented guy, a very nice and humble guy as well, willing to share information about the team. And, he's here to prove a point that he's a really, really good import, a well-traveled import, and he's bringing a lot of that credibility right here to his team in terms of what he's done in the past and bringing it to his team in terms of learning and sharing. A great guy, a great athlete.
And, in the last game against Bangkok, he had 17 points off 70% shooting, but he missed 3 of his free throws at the line.
Well, you know what? He's only human. And was this with the Bangkok team, and not trying to say anything bad about the Bangkok team, they were taking their foot off the gas, and they were saying, okay, we've got this game, so let's just, use it as practice. They saw that the Bangkok Tigers team had a lot of injury troubles, so taking the foot off the gas and saving that gas for this big game right here. Because I just got to add this, Ming, they've got an advantage that Hong Kong played last night.
Yep, yeah, exactly. And you had a look at the player matchup here, but the player introductions are coming up right now as our MC Ayman in the arena starts announcing the names. We will give you a little bit of a brief.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, as Ayman speaks over, makes the Maba Stadium very loud and proud in terms of welcoming our visitors right here. We will also tell you a little bit of facts about the players, not just in this tournament, about what they've done before, what they do off the court, because the great thing about the ASEAN Basketball League, every athlete in this league, every coach, every referee, every official, even us as commentators, we have a story to tell. Because basketball is not our life, but it's part of our life. But it is our major, major passion.
Major, major passion. It definitely is. And, we have the first player from the Saigon Heat coming out right here on the court, number 1. My bad. Number 6 and number 7, Win and Do.
Yeah, that's Win Pak Vun and number 7, Yu Men Ang.
Exactly, and then number 11 and number 12, all the bench players. Kim Ban Vo, a very solid player.
No, it's actually Vo Kim Ban and Win Win Fu Ven, and a very, very talented player. I worked very hard.
You have all the names down, Ben.
I know, but I memorized it in my head. And then number 47, Huyn Chuk Nhan. A lot of these guys, and Tim Waller, as you can see right there, number 30. He's a captain of the Vietnam national team, so he's a real leader. And then Hua Zhang right there, a man who studied a marketing degree in Washington, in a very prestigious university in Washington. So he's very, very American in mindset, but he knows everything about Vietnam roots. And Hassan Thomas, number 10, his grandmother is Vietnamese, so that's why he's a local heritage player.
Yeah, he's going to be key for today's game because he's got to stop Chris McLaughlin. He's got to stop Chris McLaughlin.
No, I mean, I must admit, Chris McLaughlin, he has full credit to Chris McLaughlin and Tony the Truck. Against the Matrix in Batam, they were really disappointed with their respective performances about how Armin Williams got to the rim way, way too easily. So they worked hard on their game, in terms of their defensive game, their offensive game. And like we said yesterday, there's more of a structure to this Hong Kong team.
Yep, and as we can see, the Hong Kong team coming up right here. Simba Park, number 13, as well as number 16, one of the Shu brothers.
That's right, Adam Shu is the captain of this team. And he's been part of this team for quite some time. Oliver Shu is his brother. And then you got Simba, number 13 right there, the tall tree. Tony the Truck, the man from Colombia. And he played at A&M University in Texas. So a great, great guy. And
starting five coming onto the court right now. Chan Siu Wing And Tony the Truck, like you gave him the name, you know.
Yep, and Odarian O.D. Bassett, he's a real great guy. He's been part of this team for quite some time. He played under Coach Edu Torres. Edu Torres was the coach of the winning Hong Kong team in 2017 in their first year in the league when they beat the Singapore Slingers in the final 3-1. Singapore won the first game in Hong Kong, and we thought it was an upset on the cards. Xavier Alexander was in that Singapore team. So these are the two teams right now, everybody. They've all got a history, and they've all got a positive history with the ASEAN Basketball League. And Meng, to everyone, long may that history continue.
Long may that history continue. But the match referees for today, Mr. Chang Lu Yu is the crew chief. Sanggara Swara Yoga from Indonesia, umpire 1, as well as Ng Hua Long as an umpire 2, right here from Malaysia.
So we've got a multinational referees there, Indonesia, Malaysia, and Chinese, Taipei. And really, really good to see. I mean, like we said, we're developing our referees. This is the table, everyone. As you can see, it's very tight at the top 3. 7-2, Hong Kong, Matrix, and the Saigon Heat. And then Singapore Slingers slipping back a little bit after that loss to Hong Kong, surprisingly, yesterday. But it is what it is. It's great, it's nice and tight. Zamboanga Valientes, can they go on a run after acquiring Mario Chalmers?
And here's the interesting thing, you know, I spoke to Macau Black Bears coach yesterday after their loss, but they said that because Singapore dropped the game yesterday as well, you know, they're facing Singapore tomorrow, so that will be an interesting game to look out for.
And as we can see here, Chan Siu Wing, O.D. Bassett, Dom Gilbert, Tony the Truck, and Chris McLaughlin, the starting 5. No surprise right there. Dom Gilbert will play the wing position and try to hit it from the outside, as he did very, very well in the first, second, and fourth quarter. That is the Hong Kong Eastern team, and they are quite well resourced, well structured, and I wouldn't be surprised if some people are saying they're a contender for the championship, just like they did in 2017. And because when they came to the league in 2017, Meng, nobody expected them to do what they did. But this Saigon Heat team, with a lot of ABL history and tradition, Evan Gilead, Hua Zhang, J.R. Holder, Hassan Thomas, and Jeremy Combs, a very, very talented athletic team.
Yes, and interesting set here for you, because I'm the analyst, Ben. You know, the best point preventing defense, Hong Kong, versus the best scoring offense in the league so far by Saigon Heat. You know, so it's a matter of when an irresistible force meets an immovable object.
Exactly. Well, 90 points per game is what the Saigon Heat has averaged this season versus Hong Kong's 85.
Yeah, but
so that's interesting.
But Hong Kong has been keeping their opponents to just under 70 points per game. That's a very low number.
It is a low number, and you know they've got the players, they've got the size to do it. You know they've got two very good locals there. Oliver Shu, Adam Shu, very athletic, very quick, very mobile. Dominic Gilbert, a great athlete as well. And you got the big trees of Chris McLaughlin and Tony the Truck.
And you know, Coach Jelko talked about the physicality, the need to play physical defense, and you know he's been talking about hoping that the referees will let some of these legal but physical plays go.
Well, that's Coach Jelko Pavlicevic for you. He's from Croatia, and he's very European in the sense that he sets the screens. I mean, he said you know what European basketball is about. Do the unglamorous stuff.
Of course.
Set the screens.
Make the extra pass.
Go protect the rim. Make the pass. You know, I was spoken about this to my FIBA friends who work in FIBA. And you know what? They said the difference between a European coach and a European style and an American style. In the American style, they teach you to jump over the opponent. In the European style, they ask you to pass it to the teammate.
Yeah, you know, Ben, credit to you. You know, you've done your research. It's a lot more one-on-one basketball over there in America, and it's a much more team kind of concept in Europe.
Yeah. I mean, look, I don't mean to sound like a basketball snob, but you know, in the 70s, you know, when Russia was catching up with the rest of the world and they defeated the US in the Olympics, everybody was saying no way that someone could knock off the United States. Right now, that anybody can beat the United States. I mean, not anybody, but like, you know, there's France, there's Spain. You know, it's Asia who's doing a little bit of catch up. You know, Brazil is really very much up there. Who would have thought that a change? I mean, who would have thought that the best player in the NBA is someone from Greece?
Someone from Slovenia, I would argue.
Well, you could argue that until the cows come home, but if you like, Luka Doncic, you know, and he a lot. I mean, according to my basketball contacts in Europe and America, a lot of the coaches are saying now, look, if you want to get a good pathway discipline, go play in Spain.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, you learn how to pass the ball, you learn how to protect the ball, you learn how to protect the rim, you learn how to look for the open man. Those are the kind of things that you do. Well, as in the United States, quite individualistic, and I'm saying that in a very, very factual way.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's just the general style of basketball in these two areas. And, you know, Spain definitely has produced their share of basketball players. You know, Rudy Fernandez, the Gasol brothers, you know, tons of players, tons of NBA players, tons of quality basketball players.
I hope, and you know, we've seen Samuel Deguara, a big man who played in the ABL with a few teams actually, in Thailand and the Philippines. So we're seeing more of a European. I mean, slowly we're seeing more of a European influence. Tony the Truck is from Colombia.
Yeah, there you go.
I mean, you know,
Spanish-speaking country.
Yeah, and Chris McLaughlin's from Canada. You know, so. I mean, the only person from America is O.D. Bassett.
Canada's more of North America, isn't it?
Yeah, but Canadian people always tell me this, never associate Canada and America together. It's two different countries. So, and to be very fair, two different cultures.
Fair enough.
But the only unifying thing is English. So here we go. Game started. Surveying. Thomas up top. Hua Zhang working on O.D. Combs drives up and gets the bounce it in. Good start, Saigon Heat.
Yeah, that's a tough layup there with Jeremy Combs, but he wanted to make a point there, driving straight into Chris McLaughlin's body there to knock down the 2 points.
One thing that Hong Kong men do have to be wary about the Saigon team, they're very, very quick and athletic. You can't give Evan Gilliard an open look. He will punish you from everywhere. He has the athletic ability and the IQ to do it.
Yeah, you know, and Ben, you know, when we talk about getting out in transition.
Here we go. Does he go upstairs? And he finishes with the left hand. Great start, 4-0 run here by the Saigon Heat.
Yeah, you know, Ben, just as we talked about going out in transition, they immediately force a turnover to get that.
Chan Siu Wing, hand off to O.D. He's a good shooter as well. Evan Gillian's going to try to stay with him. And Hassan Thomas. Ooh, okay. Chris McLaughlin pushed Hassan Thomas to be very, very fair. You know, it's getting chippy out there early.
Yeah, you know, you got to give credit to Hassan Thomas right there. You know, he's defending a bigger guy in Chris McLaughlin. And
I think Chris McLaughlin regretted that push.
Yeah.
You know, he shouldn't have done that, but it's okay. You know, it's basketball. You know, they're getting physical. They want to win.
Yeah, you know, and especially when you're defending a taller guy, a bigger guy, you got to, you know, push him a little bit. Let him know you're there. Let him know you're there.
Look, basketball is more about the psychology than anything else. You've got to let your opponent know you're there and you're going to beat him. I'm sure after the game, everybody can go out for lattes. But you know what? There's
friends on the court.
No friends on the court. No cakes on the court. It's all business. Yeah. So the referees are deliberating the call. I hope they don't read too much into this.
But it was an unsportsmanlike conduct right there. So I think they're just talking about the foul right there.
We'll just make the call and get on with it. Yeah.
It's a great call there by the referee.
Yeah, no, he's following the letter of the law. You know? Okay. So that's what it is.
Yeah, so
unsportsmanlike. So I don't know. I mean, can't expect the Hong Kong players to complain too much about it. It is what it is. Chan Siu Wing to inbound Meng.
Yeah, so just explaining about the foul calls or the calls that the referee made on the court right there. I do think that it was a holding foul on Hassan Thomas and then an unsportsmanlike foul on Chris McLaughlin right there.
Yeah, that's a good call. Those are two good calls. Handoff. O.D. looking, passing, kick. Oh, off the foot of Truck. Here comes Thomas. Gilliard fires. Miss. Good rebound by Dom Gilbert as he brings it up. Working. Pump fake. Kick. Tony. Good defense by Saigon Heat. Chris. Oh, a great interception right there. And here they come. If they get this, it'll probably be timeout. Thomas. Miss.
Yeah, and you know, the Hong Kong Eastern team just struggling a little bit. I just want to update the call by the referee there. It was an unsportsmanlike foul both on Chris McLaughlin as well as Hassan Thomas. And that's why the 2 fouls cancelled out and it was just a sideline out of bounds.
Thanks for explaining that, Ming. Good analytical skills right there. Chan Siu Wing. Dom Gilbert trying to probably get in the corner to spot up. Chan Siu Wing, OD. Oh, another steal right here. Races to the rim and finishes with a lay. Coach Jelko not calling a timeout just yet, but a 6-0 run. Hong Kong have not filled it up on the scoreboard as yet.
Yeah.
But early days yet. Gilbert, Tony, OD. Protecting Chan Siu Wing. Pass to Chris, pump fake, out. OD shoots for the triple. Bang! Good, that's the bucket that they needed.
Yeah.
Step up and hit it.
Yeah, that's a great shot by OD Bassett. You know, hand in his face and still made it. But Hong Kong Eastern needs to shake off the fatigue in their muscles. They haven't been practicing this morning because, you know, Coach Jelko decided to give them an extra bit of rest.
That's a good point there, Ming. I mean, the recovery is more crucial than the preparation. Miss. But here they come. Maybe they found their groove right here. Maybe they've heard us. Gilbert drives the lane. Ooh, almost. And he's a bit frustrated with that. But he'll go to the line for 2 shots. And just like that, we might have a 1-point ball game coming up.
Yeah, you know, both teams getting out in transition early in this game. You know, Dom Gilbert just taking it hard to the rim and forcing J.R. Holder to foul him right there on the shot attempt. So the scores are 6-3 at the moment. Just under 3 minutes gone in this game so far.
Gilbert puts one through.
13 foul for Saigon Heat, Ben.
13 foul already.
Yeah.
Ooh, they've got to be careful.
That was 2 on Hassan Thomas earlier. Remember?
Whether the Storm, if not like Macau, they'll be in like Macau was yesterday. They were in foul trouble most of the way. So it's 6-5 at the moment. And we've got some good comments coming up here from on live stream. Darren Bassett, let's go Easton, Lyndon, Sun, yep, and Josh Lewis. Thanks for your comments, everyone. My name is Ben Ibrahim. And the drop right there from the corner for Vo Kim Ban. Sorry, not Vo Kim Ban. Check that. Win Fu Ven.
Yeah, Fu Ven with the nice 3-pointer. Tony Trucker closing up to him, but no worries there.
Ollie Shu with the miss. So, like I was saying, I'm Ben Ibrahim, and this is my partner Ming. We'd love to hear from you. Please follow the ASEAN Basketball League social media handles, Instagram, Facebook, and obviously subscribe to the YouTube channel that you're watching right now. GS Mikey has joined us as well. Ming.
Sorry, that's a foul right there on the number 88, Dom Gilbert. You know, Saigon Heat still looks like the fresher team early out.
Well, Tom Gilbert, he's a very, very nice guy, but he's physical out there. Strong athlete, powerful. He's got to be careful. Shoots for 3. Miss. Tony the Truck with the rebound. Ollie Shu. The Economist. Bringing it up. Screen by Truck. OD. Screen by Chris. OD around. Shoots. Ooh. Oh, OD. Nothing but net for the 3.
Same spot, same result. You know, OD Bassett just loves that left wing 3.
Auntie Dewan would be happy with that. Hand off. Sorry, Dewan, we call everybody in this culture auntie if they're older than us. Floater, no good. Rebound by Ollie Shu. Brings it up. He's playing with a point to prove. Drives the lane. Oh, Chris. That was a foul first.
It was a foul on the floor. J.R. Holder with yet another swipe. I do think he'll pick up this foul right here.
Have a look at this again, Ming. But I'm really proud of Oliver Shu, playing with great confidence because he plays sparing minutes. He doesn't play all the way, so it's good to see. And good to see that Coach Jelko keeping it, trying to freshen it up. I would love to see Sheikh Sulaiman, Austin Veloso play. Tony the Truck with a miss, and I'd also like to see Josh Da Silva play. These guys are very much role players in the Hong Kong Eastern team. Matt Van Pelt right there, the coach of the Saigon team.
Yeah, on that last play right there, Tony Trucker just rushed that 3-pointer a little bit, maybe wanting to get himself, you know, underway. But OD Bassett.
Another one for OD Bassett. who is just absolutely electric from the outside. Not just today, but in this tournament in Malaysia, the Malaysia League.
Yeah, he's 3 of 3 in the game so far, and three of the shots have all come from beyond the 3-point arc.
From the elbow, and gets that 2 to go right there. Win-win, Fu Ven.
Fu Ven is just doing so well in this game. Hit a 3 earlier and then hit this mid-range jumper. He's forcing the Saigon Heat, well, not the Saigon Heat.
Chris goes up. Dom with the recovery right there to score from underneath the rim. Dom Gilbert still playing consistently from yesterday. To the rack. No. Oh, goaltend. No.
That's a good call. That's a good call there, Ben. It's a goaltending call. The ball was sinking into the basket when he tapped it out.
You know what? I'm just going to say this, that it's sometimes nice to be wrong, in this job. Because, the referee sometimes picked up what we didn't see, but a goaltend's a goaltend.
Yep. That's definitely a goaltend right there.
Well, that was clear cut, so all good. But it's 12. Sticking on the positive side, it's even. Well, no, it's not. It was even. It's 14-12, Saigon Heat. It's still pretty close. It's anybody's game right here. But Hong Kong, they need to find production elsewhere apart from OD. OD on the drive. Oh, and one. OD Bassett must have heard me and said, no, if I have to do all the scoring, then so be it.
What a move there by OD Bassett. He did perform extremely well against Singapore. 14 points and 5 rebounds, still nothing to scoff at. But he's starting this game out with 10 points already, Ben.
No, he's a great talent. He's a really, really good talent, and he's looked after his body so well. He's in his mid-30s, but he doesn't look like he's in his mid-30s. No. He looks like he's in his 20s, and he's playing like a really, really great athlete. And I love his competitive spirit. And off the court, he's the nicest guy in the world. Look at that cut. No, couldn't hang on to it. And there's Akmal Arif Arfan Shah. Apa khabar, Akmal? He's one of our local fans from Malaysia, always watching the local tournaments. Great to have you with us, Akmal. JR. Sidestep 3. Miss. OD off to the races. Down the middle. Great dish. And up and in. That was great stuff by OD Bassett. Yep. Saigon Matt Van Pelt. He wants to stop the bleeding.
Yeah, Saigon Heat's coach Matt Van Pelt needs to find a way to stop the scoring of OD Bassett. He's just controlling the game right now for Hong Kong Eastern. I think he has had a hand in every single point that HK has right now.
Absolutely. I mean, he's carrying the. Look, let's have a look at his numbers. He's scored at the moment 10 points. That's the bulk of the production right there. But saying that, Jeremy Combs has scored 6. And really, really proud to say that Fu Ven has scored 6 too. That's a great local story right there.
Yeah, Fu Ven, a stretch 4. So he's trying to force the Hong Kong Eastern bigs to stay honest, not being able to cheat off him and stay in the lane to protect the basket, but having to stay close to him to prevent that shot.
And just answering the question from Akmal, who's asked the question in Bahasa Melayu, or Malay, the Malay language of Malaysia. He's asking about this tournament. This tournament runs, Akmal and everybody, this tournament runs until Wednesday night. And then after that, we will move to Saigon for the final part of the regular season. And then the playoffs will be in the first 2 weeks of March. No firm dates have been announced yet for the playoffs. And no location has been firmly announced for the playoffs as well. But the playoffs will be the best of 3.
Yeah.
Okay, 2 semifinals and a final as well.
So the top 4 teams will qualify for the playoffs. So that's why the teams are jostling for positions now in this final 2 legs. Every single game is important for them.
Yeah, no, it's very, very tight. Every game is almost like a play-in, really. Watching, looking while the cut is going. Zhang. Okay, step back 3. Miss. Bit short on that one. Can Hong Kong take advantage? Gilbert surveying. OD We got to body up on him. Can Kwajang do the defensive duties?
OD Bassett just on fire, man. OD is on OD.
He's on overdrive, that is.
Exactly.
Yeah. But he will get 2 shots right here. And OD, another one of our players who is a criminal justice graduate.
Oh, yet another one.
Another one, yeah. Yeah, we've got Xavier Alexander.
Yep.
We've got Williams from the Thailand team. Got a few actually. Got a few guys coming over but they've all said to me that it is a very doable degree while you're trying to play basketball, and it's a good one to set you up for the future as well in terms of getting a job. And you never know. Those who study criminal justice might come back as the potential game commissioner or the in-house legal counsel or something like that.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, because it's all about following the rules. Hey, my coach Eric Rashad, watching all the way from the United States. Coach Eric has coached some very, very reputable teams in Asia and around the world as well. And he's very good friends with Coach Brian Rossum. So, Coach Eric, thank you for the comment. Bing?
Yeah, you know, that was a great play there by Evan Gilliard, but there was a foul called on the floor before the dunk attempt there by Hassan Thomas.
Right, there's a foul called right there. So I really feel, even though it's a 4-point game, man, I really feel that Saigon hasn't hit that rhythm yet. You know, they hit that rhythm early, but all of a sudden, yep, big shot by OD and everything. So yeah, I mean, really haven't hit their stride just yet. I mean, they did start well with a 6-0 run, bounce it out, wide open. Thomas couldn't hit it. So here comes OD. Gilbert, sorry. Tony from up top. Couldn't get the drop. Thomas with the rebound. Thomas brings it up slowly. Looking for his options. JR penetrates. Oh, great block by Gilbert. Here they come in transition. A rise up. Oh, we were hoping for a Chris McLaughlin slam, but he just finished it with a layup. Hit him with a layup right there. Chris McLaughlin. Canada A. Holding foul. 2 shots. And both teams in the penalty. And just like that, as we always say, everyone, basketball is a game of runs. And a great start by Saigon at the start. But all of a sudden, Hong Kong with a 2-possession lead. Evan Gilliard, shall I say. You know, I told Evan every time, if I accidentally say Gilliard, I owe him a cookie.
Gilliard? Why?
No, sometimes it's very easy to say Gilliard. So I've had to say Gilliard, I owe him a cookie. So far, don't have to pay, don't have to sing the song Who Stole the Cookie from the Cookie Jar. So, he's a good guy though, Evan. Very friendly, very positive. OD, Oliver Shu, Gilbert, lost the ball. Thomas, Combs tried to take off from the baseline, but got stuck in a bit of Hong Kong traffic.
Yeah, I thought, like, from our angle right here, I thought that was a great strip by Dom Gilbert on that attempt there, but you know, apparently he caught a piece of the arm of Jeremy Combs as he was driving to the rim.
Yeah, but Dominic Gilbert with that block earlier.
Yeah, Joe going up for the jump shot there.
Jeremy Combs from Dallas, Texas. Went to Texas Southern University, where he was named the 2019 Southwestern Athletic Conference Player of the Year.
Oh.
Yeah, so he's got an amazing CV.
Yeah.
And one player who's also got an impressive CV who started that run of the Saigon Heat back in the day in 2015 is Lenny Daniel and also Moses Morgan.
Moses.
Yep, he was part of that team. Saigon Heat. OD. Oh, OD! This guy is nothing but net.
OD stands for overdrive, whatever you want to call it, man. He's got 12.
Or you can say
14 already.
O'Darian.
I know, O'Darian Bassett,
What
man.
can't he do? Posting up right here, back to the basket. 8 on the shot clock. Oh, another big shot right there by Fuven. He is having a game right now. Even though they're only down by a triple, Ming, with 1 minute to go before the end of the first period. An interesting period it's been. Chris, Tony, hooked, no, turn around 2, yes. Tony the Truck.
Yeah, great move there by Tony the Truck, you know, creating space, dropping that into the basket there. And Gilliard comes back with one of his own.
They've got a body up on Gilliard. He's very quick. He's too quick.
He's too quick, really. He's a blur.
OD controlling. Screen by Tony the Truck. Fires! Missed shot right there. Keeps it in though, OD. Good job. And it's going to be Hong Kong ball. He's doing everything at the moment, Ming.
I do think that's OD's first miss from the field this game so far. But he's been impressive here. Helping Hong Kong go out to a 3-point lead at the moment. 24.9 seconds left on the shot clock.
Oliver Shu with he's going to go for the inbound. No catch and shoot. We've got time. 10-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. OD got to release soon. Ooh, tried to sell that. Well, he gets the buy.
Oh, good salesman as well, apparently, you know. OD Bassett has been absolutely pure on his jump shots, and that may have played into the decision here as we look at this replay. Yeah, definitely. Jeremy Combs was holding on to his left hand right there as OD went up for the shot.
Surprise miss right there by OD. He hardly misses, especially from the stripe, but you know what? I'm not going to hold it against him because he just did play 24 hours ago.
And you know, Ben, this is a topic to discuss about. You know, teams are sort of struggling with free throws here in the Maba Stadium.
Yeah, you know, once upon a time, the players who, in the ABL history, I'm just giving you a bit of a history lesson, that the players, the bigs that did come to ABL, you know, that free throw shooting wasn't their strength. You know, but right now, in this day and age of modern basketball, it's a must. Around, the sidestep and the bank shot. What a way to finish the first period. Evan Gilliard, he is basketball entertainment at its best.
Yeah, you know, great move, great lateral movement there by Evan Gilliard. You know, he saw Chris McLaughlin coming over to block his shot, and he immediately jumped the other way, creating enough space to put up that floater.
It's a 2-point ball game right here. Hong Kong Eastern 25, Saigon Heat 23. As we can see right here, the highlights. Let's let it roll. Welcome back, everyone. The second period about to start right here. The ASEAN Basketball League Season 2023 Circuit 3 game between the Hong Kong Eastern and the Saigon Heat. At the moment, it is the Eastern team by 2, 25-23 over the Saigon Heat. You're with me, Ben, Ibrahim, and Meng.
Hello.
And some of our comments from the live stream. Thank you so much for those who are joining us and left comments. And one question was asked, when is the Matrix playing? They are playing straight after this. They will play the Bangkok Tigers team. So we have 2 games every day. Today is the exception that we are starting at 4 p.m. and then our second game at 6 p.m. But almost every night in the last few days and in the next 3 days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, it will be a 6 o'clock game and an 8 o'clock game.
Yeah, definitely. But the story of the game here today between the Hong Kong Eastern and the Saigon Heat team is the OD Bassett on fire.
Absolutely. OD working on his opponent in the lane, rise up, short. Chris couldn't get the rebound. Here comes Evan, the speedster. Good screen there by Kimban. Rise up and finish with authority with the thunder slam right there.
Let me tell you, Ben, you know, Evan Gilliard used the last attempt there to track McLaughlin out and then just dump it off to his center.
That was a good move, a good play right there by the Saigon Heat. Gilbert, Tony the truck, back to Gilbert. Screen by Tony. Gilbert for the shot. Couldn't get it in. Good rebound, Tony the truck. Chris. Oliver Shu, screen by Chris. Asking for a pick. Oh, gives it away right there. Too much mustard on that one.
I'll say this, you know, Ben. Good idea there, but just poor execution by Oliver Shu.
Yeah, I mean, that's game time, really. Minutes, you know, you get more minutes.
You know, he was wide open, you know, but it's just 2 players in your face. It's going to be hard to find an accurate pass over to your teammate.
Absolutely, but it's literally even Steven right now. 25 points apiece. Evan dancing, driving. Win-win Fuven to Jeremy. Jeremy to Hassan. Hassan will shoot for the 3. Way off. Here comes Gilbert off the rebound. Down the drive, in the middle. Oh, he tried to dish it to Chris. Turnover. Here comes Saigon in transition. And is that an and one? Yes. Bucket in the bang right there for J.R. Holder.
Yeah, you know, OD Bassett not happy with the referee's call, but he should be unhappy about himself right there. He was trying to get out of the way of J.R. Holder going to the rim there, but, you know, just being a little bit too handsy and caught a little bit of the hands of the outstretched arm of J.R. Holder.
That's right. That's correct, everyone. There's a question coming in right now. All games will be played at Maba Stadium in downtown Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur.
So come on down and join us, you know.
Yeah, come down, buy a ticket. It's
an
ultimate experience here. There's plenty of space in the stadium. The food is good.
Oh, yeah.
Bit of merchandise. Chris, you get to meet the players. The players are very friendly. If you want to take a picture with them, don't forget, you take a picture with them, upload it to Instagram and Facebook, and put tag ASEAN Basketball League, tag the teams, tag us if you want, and also hashtag back for more.
Yeah, you know, timeout called by Coach Jalko of the Hong Kong Eastern team. Saigon Heat regains the lead after leading early in the game.
Let's have a look at these highlights here. Look at that. Ooh, slam down. I love it.
Yeah, the dump off pass there, easy there. No look as well from Evan Gilliard.
Yeah, man, this guy he's everything. He's the scorer, he's the assist man. Sometimes he even goes in and tries to box out and get those rebounds. He's a real true facilitator and leader of this team.
Yeah, but
sorry, Meng, go
sorry,
ahead.
Ben,
No,
but
go ahead.
just for me, I do feel that sometimes Evan Gilliard needs to be a little bit more assertive on the scoring side of things, especially, you know, he can score the basketball. He has an outside shot. He can drive to the rim. He needs to know how to use that speed to, you know, get his team more points. You know, he had 38 against the NS Matrix. That's his signature game right there for scoring, and he just needs to be more consistent on that.
Absolutely, he does. I mean, the players are looking for consistency. Look, these players, they want to improve and improve. They know that a lot of scouts and agents are looking at them and then because they want a basketball career, you know, some of them will in the off season will play in other clubs around the world. Could be Europe, could be Asia, could be South America. You know, I mean, you've asked some of these import guys, they've played everywhere. They have a basketball, their suitcase, and a hotel.
Exactly.
And they go. I mean, they don't see much. They see an airport, a basketball court, and a stadium. Evan off the fake. Evan with the three-point attempt. It's good.
There you go. You know, we talked about consistency in terms of scoring from Evan Gilliard, and immediately comes up with a three-pointer here. Step back as well.
Absolutely dynamic stuff. Makes that step back space and gets the scoring taste. Chris, will he go for the hook? No. Tony drives. Tony goes for the two. Tried to bank it in. Chris with the rebound. Tony again. Tony in the lane. Yes! That's much better. Finishes with the left hand.
Yeah, and you know, I want to see Tony Trucker go hard against Win-Win Fuven.
Win-win Fuven.
I
Say it like the
got that
Vietnamese way.
Win-Win Fuven.
Just remember win, like everybody wants to win, and then add a H to it. Win, and then Fuven. Strong move, but couldn't finish it right there. Here comes Hong Kong OD, the orchestra man. Drives and finishes with the lay right there.
Yeah, that's a great move there. Great find by OD Bassett. You know, they were on a 4-3 break, so one of his teammates will definitely be open, and he found the open man right there.
Next time the camera's on Dominic Gilbert, Meng, look at him closely. He looks pretty gassed.
He does. He
look at this.
Step back.
Oh, a sidestep really, but either way, yep, sidestep, step back, and got it to go. Angles are deceptive sometimes. And then Tony the truck right here drives the lane, and the pictures tell the story.
Yeah, and as we said, we have said so often, Ben, you know, basketball is a game of runs. You know, Saigon had their run early in this quarter, and then Hong Kong coming back after that timeout called by Coach Jelko, and now Coach Van Pelt from Saigon, he calling a timeout as well, perhaps to just mix things up a little bit. 31-29 is the score at the moment.
It is the score, and it's, you know, so unpredictable, this game. I mean, I was looking forward to this game. When I saw it on the calendar, I said these are two very, very good teams. You know, top three really want to chase the, as they say, the minor premiership, which is to finish on top of the table at the end of the regular season. And the end of the regular season, everyone, will be in Vietnam.
Yep.
The final
City,
invitational circuit will be in Vietnam. Circuit 1 was in Singapore, first week of January. And then 2 weeks ago was in Batam, Indonesia. Third in Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur, right here at Maba Stadium. And then it will be in Vietnam. Drives! Oh! That look clean in real time?
We gotta look at the replay. Like,
Meng, you're the analyst. Come on.
At first sight,
work for your money, bro.
That looked clean for me. At first sight,
I thought it was clean.
That looked clean. Went up straight, but maybe on his offhand there,
it looked like
maybe
there was
had some
a bit of contact from the hips.
Yeah. Or on his offhand there, but that will be Chris McLaughlin's third foul. Only 2 points in the game so far.
Ah, Simba. The man with the white jersey comes in.
And I do think Simba will take the matchup against Fuven, while Trucker will take Hassan Thomas.
If you're wondering who is Simba, and that is Bok Yut Yun, 6'11", only 22 years of age, full-time basketball player in Hong Kong.
I thought you were going to give me a different answer, you know, Simba from the Lion King.
Well, I actually, I didn't want to presume that, but I didn't have time to. I wanted to ask him more questions, but he was warming up and he was stretching, so I didn't want to. I wanted to leave him alone and so he could get ready, but quite a friendly guy.
Yeah.
Shoots for three. Marco Learn! What did I tell you about his shooting prowess yesterday?
Yeah, you know, Marco Learn now trying to take up the challenge of guarding Evan Gilliard on the defensive end as well.
Drives, miss. This is 32-32. OD blows by Evan. OD, corner, fires again. Miss by Marco Learn, and handbags going there for Hassan Thomas, but referee says continuation. Gilliard.
Oh!
Travel.
Oh!
Counted. There was a lot of calls the referee could have called there. Which one is it?
I do think it's an and one. The 2 points will count as the referees is making a signal, but that was a
Let's look at this in slow motion.
hard collision there by Tony Trucker.
Didn't look intentional. I mean, but it looked like he's extremely winded there. We hope he's okay.
Yeah, you know, Trucker just trying to make a play on the ball right there, but the up fake got him up in the air, and you know, somehow Jeremy Combs put it up, and it just got his answered prayers. Got his prayers answered, my bad.
It's okay. The meaning was there, and Coach Jelko asking, what's the meaning of your call, referee?
The 2 points will count, and this will be the third free throw. Well, the first free throw for the
So potential three-point play coming up right here.
Yeah.
No, because it happened so fast. He blew the whistle, and in real time. And I've seen this movie before. I thought he was going to call for a travel call because Evan was so quick. And sometimes you get those. Sometimes those calls goes against you or for you. But and then after that, Tony, the truck, accidentally hit Holder.
Yeah, and I think Jeremy Combs is going to step out for a little bit just for the...
Sorry, he hit Jeremy Combs, my bad.
Yeah, and just for the physios to take a look
No,
at
that's a
him.
good one because he looked really, really winded. We want him to be okay.
Yep. And the referee's just checking with the technical table at the moment. And Mr. Wiggles, I do want to see this free throw coming up.
Oh,
because,
yeah, you would love it. You would love it.
I have not seen his routine yet. But he does have his Mr. Wiggles nickname because of his free throw routine.
He's also a very, very friendly guy.
Yep. Keeping an eye out now. For everyone that wants to see Mr. Wiggles at the line. Signature routine.
Look at this.
Oh,
There it
I
is.
like that.
There's the wiggle, and he jiggles it in for the points.
I like
And
that.
3 points separating these two teams right now as we're approaching the halfway point of the second period. Gilbert, almost a double team there, shoots for 2, couldn't put it away. Here comes Evan. Missed the transition. Tried to do a crossover.
An off-ball foul right there by Marco Lern.
Discipline's got to be in check right here. Let's have a look at this, Ming.
Yeah, just a hold right there on J.R. Holder. You know, just not strong enough to defend the bigger guard from Saigon Heat.
Inbound. Thomas goes to work. Win-win. Fuvan! I love saying his name. And he gets that win right there from the outside. And because of that 3-point shot, Mr. Win-Win Fuvan, 11 points. He's a good athlete, a rising star in the Vietnam basketball scene.
Yeah, Ben, you know, we were talking about the three-headed Hydra from a Saigon Heat earlier.
The three-headed what?
The three-headed Hydra, you know, the triple threat on offense, you know,
Right,
Evan
okay,
Gilliard, J.R. Holder, as well as
Hassan Thomas and Jeremy Combs.
exactly, one of them. But, you know, it turns out that Fuvan is trying to make himself into the one that hits with Hydra.
Inbound. Tony. Hesitation a bit there. Marco to Tony. Tony fires. Bang! Tony the truck from the wing with the sting.
He has the capability to hit these shots, you know, and he's got to hit more of them now that Chris McLaughlin is out of the game.
Well, Tim Waller, can he do that roll? But and Evan responds right back to Tony the truck.
Yeah, you know, Evan Gilliard just enjoying himself right now. You know, took his time on that three-pointer, but made sure he knocked it down.
Gilbert to Adam Shute, swings it to Tony. Sends it and scores it right there. Marco Lern from up top.
Marco Lern immediately answers back with a three of his own, you know.
So it looks like both teams have to play better lockdown perimeter defense. Posting up. Get a double team, turns and burns right there with the jumper.
Yeah,
Great move, JR Holder. It's a scoring fest right here at the moment, Meng.
Yeah, Adam Shu defended Xavier Alexander pretty well yesterday, but JR Holder is a whole different menu.
Joseph Lee cheering Adam Shu. O'Darian Bassett with the miss. All the way from New York, New York. Here comes Evan, the man from Chicago. Shoots for three. Miss. Dom Gilbert with the rebound.
Still felt that touch right there. Thought he was hot. Went up for the shot. It was a good miss, though.
Bassett drives, bounce. Gilbert, fake. Gilbert. Oh, Dom Gilbert, poised under defensive pressure, makes the basket.
Yeah, Fuwan challenged that shot really well, and Evan Gilliard, another and one.
Travel call, no. Referee said waved it off completely.
Oh, that's a tough take for Evan Gilliard right there, because if you can see on this replay, he got hit by Adam Shu on the way up, my bad. But apparently a travel before the hit, and it won't be a three-point opportunity, but a turnover instead.
40-43. 43 is Saigon Heat. 3 minutes and 28 seconds to go. I think some of these players will feel that it's a very, very long game, especially from Hong Kong after playing last night.
And still one more half to go.
That massive victory over the Singapore Slingers, a very talented Singapore Slingers team led by Tay Ding Lun, Larry Liu, Xavier Alexander, Calvin Lim pushing.
Yeah, there was an offensive foul right there on the off-ball screen. Not sure if we're going to get a replay of that, but it was a good call right there. There's a little bit too much hands on the screen.
There's only a triple separating these two teams. The halftime recovery will be critical for the Hong Kong Eastern team.
Especially for them, yeah.
Yeah, so they'll want to play smart here. And playing without Chris McLaughlin, who's in foul trouble. Floater. Another foul, another 2 shots for the mighty Saigon Heat.
I do feel like this is a makeup call for the previous foul there, getting hit on the head, but Adam Shu just being a little bit too aggressive on his defense on Evan Gilliard, and none of the Hong Kong Eastern players have shown that they can keep up with Evan Gilliard yet.
He's too quick. Seriously, I would hate to go up against him in a sprint race.
Self-proclaimed 6-foot Evan Gilliard.
Be nice, be nice. He's a good guy, all right? He's a very, very good guy. No, because of the joke that Meng and I have, everybody, at the moment on paper, it's really hard because there's a lot of data being published on the internet on these athletes, and some say he's 5'10", some say he's 5'11",
yeah.
and he told me he's 6 foot. Hey, I'm gonna believe him. Dom Gilbert. And he's fouled. Matt Van Pelt, frustrated.
Referee's just not letting any of these fouls go.
No, they're not. They're on. They are really on top of it, calling everything. So look at Gilbert, just a bump there by Waller.
Yeah. Both very physical players. Both built like a truck.
O'Darian. Simba, kicked.
Good find.
Gilbert for the 2, in and out on the 2-point attempt right here. Evan brings it up. Will he go for another 3? Cross. Will he find the sauce? Rejection by Simba. Access denied. Simba to OD in the lane. Oh, couldn't get that, but Simba gets the rebound. Unlucky by Mr. O'Darian Bassett.
Yeah, OD Bassett tried to go up strong right there, but it was the play of Simba on the other end of the floor that created that fast break attempt.
No, it was impressive. He rejected it, went down, got the offensive rebound. Amazing. Maybe he's as quick as lightning as well. So here comes Mr. Wiggle, a.k.a. K. Why did they call him K? Because his name is Kwa. Tim Waller shoots for the 3. His teammate miss. That was way off. OD surveying once again. drive, blows by, flies to the tin, tip, no! Couldn't get that to go.
Yeah, that was a gimme right there.
It was. K, they got a body up, sends it, and splashes it right there for the triple.
Yeah, you can't leave any of these Saigon Heat bigs wide open at the three-point line, because not only Jeremy Combs, but even Hassan Thomas has proven that he can knock down the three, and especially Win-Win Fuwen today.
Well done on getting Fuwen's name correct, but you know what? The Saigon Heat, they've got the shooting bug in their veins today. And let's have a look at this, Ming.
Yeah, you know, J.R. Holder just absolutely class on that turnaround jumper right there. And it's been a, you know, back and forth game in this second quarter. Really back and forth game. And both coaches have had a lot of work to do, because I think they know each other pretty well from the 2 leagues before this. They've both done their scouting report. They've both done their homework. And, you know, it's become more of a coaching battle than just...
Well, that's a very good point, because both coaches are playing chess at the moment, and they're seeing how it goes. So, you know...
And you can see the results on the floor, you know. Your coach Matt Van Pelt calls the timeout, and the Saigon scores 3 buckets immediately. And then Coach Jelko calls the timeout, and then Hong Kong comes back with 3 of their own, you know.
Saigon smiling at the moment, and they brought on Yu Mun Ang, number 7. Tim Waller stays on court. This is a good change right here. Chris McLaughlin, a good job though by Simba with that block and that rebound earlier. I hope to see more of Simba in this tournament. He's a great local player. That's what we love to see. Local players being built and developed. OD. Marco Learn on court as well. Out. Tried to go for the shot, Tony. Oh, looking very, very calamitous there. Off the turnover, here they come. Fires for the flamethrower 3. No. Waller with the rebound. Rise up. Block. And he thought he was fouled right there, Jeremy Combs.
Yeah, no, I think the bench was screaming for a goaltending call.
OD. And 1. Step up and score and get the contact to go for the charity stripe for a potential 3-point play.
Yeah, you know, OD Bassett once again stepping up. Yesterday it was Dominic Gilbert, but today OD Bassett overdrive, or the Bassett Hound, you know, just going after the points relentlessly.
Well, his mom is on it on our live stream today, supporting this fine young man right here. Can he make this a 4-point ball game? Good call by Matt Van Pelt to say rebound. The discipline of boxing out. Hardest thing to coach in basketball, if you ask me.
Always reminding the players. Always reminding the players.
Combs in the lane. Combs for the 2. Miss. OD. Now they've got some momentum. Do they have the confidence? Chris, will he go for a hook? That's what he likes to do. Oh, is that a travel? Oh, there's a foul first. No.
Coach Matt Van Pelt not happy about that call right there.
Interesting.
I do think he kept his pivot foot down. So it was a legal pivot right there. And if Coach Matt Van Pelt has a look at the replay, he might agree with the referees on that call right there.
It's hard to call what comes in real time and what comes in, you know, the lovely luxury of replay. So
because we have 6 cameras and he has 1 angle, you know.
Well, we've got 6 cameras and he's got none.
Yeah.
So there lies the difference. Chris McLaughlin, Mr. Jerk, breaks that second shot, but it's still a 3-point game. It's close. Shoots for the flamethrower 3. Miss. Oh. Okay, that's interesting. Catch. Dish. Up. Couldn't finish it right there. Tony the Truck. Should have fired.
Whoa, that's a travel call right there.
That's a travel call.
Yeah, on Marco Learn, you know.
He should have shot it.
Took a step. Yeah, he should have took that first shot right there. You can see, but he moved his feet before putting the ball down.
That's a bit of hesitation right there, and that comes down to minutes, really.
Minutes and confidence, you know.
Well, minutes builds confidence, you know.
Exactly.
So that's what a lot of these guys like what Marco Learn and Sheikh Suleiman, Josh De Silva, you know, Austin Veloso, they want to get minutes, big time. Evan tried to go for the lob pass. Oh, the end of the second period. So the halftime score right here at the moment at Maba Stadium, the home of the ABL Invitational 2023 Circuit 3. It is the Saigon Heat 47, Hong Kong Eastern 44. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Marbah Stadium, day 2 of the Malaysia Invitational, the third leg of season 2023, season 11 for the ASEAN Basketball League. Hong Kong know that's where Singapore is strong, so they got to do something about it. Kelvin to Kentrell, screened by CJ earlier. CJ to the rim, what did I say? Great action right there to draw out the Hong Kong defenders. Man, it takes a while to warm up sometimes. X with the pass. Delvin from the reverse. Yes! Delvin go. Gets that to go. Kentrell transition off the steal. Bounces it. X. Go! Flushes it down right there as he goes upstairs. Tony the truck with a tap. Here they come with transition. Gilbert! With the slam down jam right there in transition, giving Singapore a taste. Batam just a fortnight ago in Indonesia. X-Man with a spin move. Oh! He splits that defense wide open with superpowers. OD pull up. It's good. Went up, but what a rejection there by Delvin Go. No go. Delvin goes there. And transition and the finish. Moment. Good defense. Gilbert to the rim. Yes. Splits 3 Singapore defenders right there down the middle. Great example of an international player. Chris with a hammer slam. Courtesy of X-Man. Gotta heave. Oh, man. That was rushing right there. That was Oliver Shu. OD gives it up to Tony. Tony, yes, splashes it home all the way to Colombia. Tony the truck trying to stay with X, but X gets by. Yes. Corner, shoots for 3. OD from the corner, splashes it home. Never underestimate Singapore, they're tough. Oh, that's a foul right there. Dom for the 3. This man just can't stop scoring. Drives, puts it up. And what a shot! Delvin, Geddes posting up. Hook shot, it's good. Hits the hook. Penny loses defenders, kicks, swing, corner, high arcing, yes! From the splash mountain 3 from the corner right there. Chauncey Wing. Well, it was that transition game. Tony the truck. Bang! Kick. Shoot for 3, Ma. Jackson Ma.
You know, Ben, I tell you what, I understand why Kentrell Barkley struggling to score here. Hong Kong Eastern's defense is always there. Help defense is always there.
The 10-point transition. X-Man. X. Oh, coast to coast move. Chris with the screen. OD to Tony. Fires. Bang. Tony the truck.
Lock him up more.
Delvin sends it and scores it right there. Delvin go. He's got CJ in front of him. He needs the kick, but he goes for the hook. Oh! Couldn't hang on to it. Here they come. Transition. Barkley drives the lane. Yes, finishes with the left-handed finger roll. And it's a 3-point ball game.
We'll see if Hong Kong Eastern can get a score here, as that will give them the lead going to the...
Chris goes for the 2. Banks it in right there. The bank is open right here at 7:15. OD bounce pass. Dom Gilbert, rise up, and hammer time. Screen, bounce, fake, drive, flow. Oh! On the runner and 1. TV screen rumble right there. X-Man with the dish. Barkley. Geddes, yes! And 1. The Singapore fans are on their feet right here. So 4-point game. They need a basket. Gilbert. Just OD thought about the shot. OD fires. Bang! Oh, Darian Bassett. And oh my gosh, what happened right there? They had this game. Tony with a great rebound. Dom, and they win the game. Hong Kong Eastern take this one by 2 points.
Oh, with his point guard skills, drives the lane, and a slam down right to the rim. Boom, shot the line, Canadian slam. The beautiful
Yes!
Oh, Darren Bassett says no.
Alex Smith. Good press here. Stolen.
Rise up! Boom!
Oh! Oh, with his point guard skills, drives the lane, and a slam down right to the rim. Boom, shot the line, Canadian slam. The beautiful lay attack. Down by Bartlett at the corner. What a shot!
Fast, Ame.
And one.
Gets it.
2, 1, 3. And
Yes!
by Sayowick. Oh, has to.
Oh, Darren Bassett says no.
Slam right there. Alex Smith. Oh! Good press here. Stolen.
Rise up! Boom!
Oh!
Welcome back, everyone. You're watching the ASEAN Basketball League, the 2023 Circuit 3, right here in Maba Stadium, Malaysia. You're with me, Ben Ibrahim, and Meng. And at the moment, it's the Saigon Heat 47, the Hong Kong Eastern 44. And as we can see right there, the Hong Kong Eastern team out rebounding the Saigon Heat team, 27 rebounds to 12. And in terms of the shooting percentage from the field, it is quite even. And three-point shots also quite even as well. But the Hong Kong team, slightly the better defensive team. But offensively, one thing that we don't see right here is that they're just going more on a run. And second chance points, Hong Kong Eastern, no surprise right there because of the two tall trees of Tony the Trucker, and also we have the very, very big Chris McLaughlin, who's in a little bit of foul trouble at the moment. Chris McLaughlin with 3 fouls and points from turnovers. Well, look at that. Saigon Heat, who scored 11 points from turnovers. Ming.
Yeah, you know, it's been quite an even game, but you know, Saigon Heat struggling on the rebounding side of the game, but you know, they forced the points from turnovers and got out in transition.
Well, you know, that's what they did well. Like I said, they've got the speed to burn. They really got the players to do it. And let's take nothing away from, you know, the Saigon Heat. Win Fu Ven, at the moment, he has scored 11 points.
Yeah, you know, like I said earlier in the game, you know, 3-headed Hydra for Saigon Heat, and today the third head is Win Fu Ven, apparently.
Well, apparently he told us that we can call him Fu Ven, but I've just put his name in my head, memorized it so much. Win Fu Ven. I mean, I'm not dreaming of him like romance, but you know, like we see on our kiss cam right here.
Oh yeah.
But you know what? When you work hard as commentators as we do to remember names and all of the above, it is what it is.
Kiss cam.
Okay. So smile for the camera, everybody. You are on the television screen.
Oh, there you go.
There's a bit of, yep, wave to the camera. It's great to see. You know, this is what basketball is all about. Meng, it's not just about the basketball on the court. It's about the fans who come down here with their respective partners, girlfriends, boyfriends, family and friends.
Yeah.
To really enjoy this great game of basketball. I mean, the good thing about Maba Stadium in Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur, is located right next to our Chinatown. So, there's a lot of expat tourists who are coming by, and they walk by Maba Stadium and they look, hey, there's a big basketball stadium here, what's going on? And they actually come and have a look, and they say, look, can we come in? And they say, yeah, buy a ticket, which is very affordable, come inside. And as you can see from the fans are from everywhere around the world, because Maba Stadium is at the ultimate location of the CBD in Kuala Lumpur, the nation's capital. That's right next to Bukit Bintang, and the Chicago Bulls man gives his significant other a kiss.
There you go, first kiss of the day. First kiss of the day. There's another one right there.
No, well, look at that. Nobody wants to show some affection for the word I was looking for, but Gilbert right there. Let's get back to the basketball. Gilbert right there. I'm surprised he hasn't had a rest.
No, he played 40 minutes yesterday as well in the game against the Singapore Slingers, and looks set to play 40 again today.
He's going to sleep well tonight. Oh, good cut and a finish right there by Kwajang.
Yeah,
Mr. Wiggle.
Great play right there, drawn up by Coach Matt Van Pelt, straight off the timeout, straight out of the halftime.
Screen there by Tony. OD, Dom, Tony for the three. Gets the bounce but doesn't go in. Chasing that loose ball. Here comes Evan. Drives, dish, rise up, and one. Hassan Thomas. That's confidence for you.
Yeah, it was a 3-on-5 break for the Saigon Heat. J.R. Holder came out from that possession, well, the previous possession, holding on to his lips. But, Hassan Thomas finished strong at the rim there, getting the powering through the foul and getting the shot to go down.
Hassan Thomas grew up as an ardent Kobe Bryant fan, the late Kobe Bryant. And he played college ball with Illinois Chicago Flames. So how ironic, he's playing for the Saigon Heat.
Yeah,
Flames and Heat.
Yeah, I know. Seems to like the fire connection.
That's right. And he's got 3 points today. Strong player. Marco Learn thought about the shot. OD from way outside. He's got 7 on the clock. Looking. Passing. Tony with the bullet pass, but too much mustard on that one. Shot clock violation. Here comes Saigon, disrupted by OD. Pass broken up by OD Bassett.
Yeah, it was a bad possession right there. Tony Trucker holding on to the ball too long up top and having to force a pass over to Dom Gilbert. But, great defense by OD Bassett to recover and knock the ball out of bounds.
Waiting for the mop boy. We can't see it on the screen right here. But in the background, we just missed it earlier. Kentrell Barkley, Xavier Alexander.
Kentrell Barkley, another KB24.
Say that again.
Another KB24.
Yep, underneath and in. Too easy. Okay, Hong Kong need to tighten up their interior defense. This is easy baskets here for the Saigon Heat. Tony the Truck. Tom Gilbert, Marco Learn. Chris could hang on to it. Here they come in transition with speed. Sets, shoots. Oh, in and out. And lucky there for the Hong Kong Eastern team, because that would have put them in a major hole if that 3 went down.
Yeah,
they're down by 10 points, Ming.
Yeah, Ben, that tip right there just now, a borderline goaltending play right there.
It was.
Borderline goaltending play.
50-50. So at the moment, it's not 50-50 like it was for most of the game. Saigon Heat with a 10-point lead after outscoring the Hong Kong Eastern team 24-19 in the second period. Hong Kong Eastern outscored Saigon Heat in the first period 25-23 when it was very, very close.
Yeah, and right now Saigon Heat also outscoring the Hong Kong Eastern team so far in this third quarter.
Fatigue is really starting to show here with the Hong Kong team.
Yeah. And I would look to Coach Jalko to try and rotate their players a little bit.
Corner pocket 3. Couldn't get that to go down by Tony the Truck. Here they come. Evan drives on Ollie Shu. Oh, look at that move right there. Dancing. He loves to do that, Evan Gilliard. And the Saigon Heat also, not only have they put this down as a tough game in this Invitational, but the big game, the last game of this Invitational on Wednesday night against the NS Matrix.
Yeah, both 2 very tough games for the Saigon Heat so far. Singapore Slingers against the Hong Kong Eastern yesterday, and then the Saigon Heat today. So 2 tough games for HK.
A good bullet pass, around and in from underneath. Good job, Dom Gilbert. Great job. Oh, Darren Bassett with a pass.
Exactly, and you know, Saigon Heat falling asleep there on defense, and Coach Matt Van Pelt not happy about that.
JR in the lane. JR to the rim. Too easy. Dom Gilbert saying, where's the rim protection?
Exactly. And Chris McLaughlin just, you know, didn't know whether to stick to his man or to help on the drive by JR Holder, and you know, that hesitation, instant.
Oliver Shu couldn't get that to go down as he went for the layup. Still going to be Hong Kong ball. Meng, what does Coach Jelko have to do? He needs to keep it fresh. I think sending on Simba is a good move.
Yeah, you know, Simba, a very long defender for the Hong Kong Eastern team, you know, can spell Mr. McLaughlin at times, and so gets the ball on the inbounds.
Ollie Shu, or Oliver Shu, cross. Good defense, Evan Gilliard. Dom, he's got to release now,
That will be a shot clock violation
easy call there for the referee.
Yeah, just released it just 0.5 seconds too late.
6:31 to go before the end of the third period. This is their most challenging moment of this game, the Hong Kong Eastern team. But take nothing away from Saigon. They have just brought the flamethrower today and just really penetrating and scoring in the lane. Shoots for two. Oh! And can shoot it from outside the lane as well. Yeah. Mr. J.R. Holder.
JR.
Nice hold on that one. OD. Okay, 12 points down. Screen there by Hassan Thomas. Sorry, by Tony the Truck. Hassan Thomas trying to show hard against that screen. Skip pass. Gotta shoot. Who wants to take the shot? Send it. Miss Thomas there with the rebound. Evan brings it up. Blows by. Out. Fires. Miss. OD Bassett. Meng.
Yeah, you know, and you asked me what Coach Jelko has to do. I don't think it's something that Coach Jelko has to adjust. It's something that the Hong Kong players actually have to adjust themselves. They're being just a little bit too unselfish on the ball at the moment. No one wanting to take the shot at the rim. And you know, when you're passing up open looks, you know, guys like Oliver Shu, who's on the court right now, Adam Shu, they're all good shooters. They're all complementary players that Coach Jelko put on the court to complement the scoring threat of Dom Gilbert. So when Dom Gilbert drives to the rim and kicks it out, they cannot hesitate. They just got to fire and trust in their practice.
Well, it's a timeout called right here. 5:36 to go before the end of the third period. Let's have a look at this, Ming.
Yeah, the highlights have all been Saigon Heat's way, you know. Hong Kong Eastern only scoring 2 points in this third quarter so far. All Saigon Heat at the moment. There's the 2 points right there by Dom Gilbert for Hong Kong Eastern, but everything else has been Saigon Heat's way, and JR Holder has been leading the way for them.
And they have been outstanding in this third period. Hong Kong, I do believe they can make a game of this, out of this, and really make a comeback, but the major question is, do they have the legs to do it? Don't forget, everyone, they had a very slender victory over the Singapore Slingers just last night. And sometimes that's the schedule that you've given, you know. There's teams in the Singapore Invitational who had to play 24 hours later, same in Batam. And
You know, same here for
the players can't say that they were not warned, they were not told.
Yeah.
You know, that's the schedule. It's a tight season.
It is the schedule, and sometimes you just gotta live with these things.
Yep.
So I think the players are doing a good job so far, trying to get
I think they're doing great. I think they're doing fantastically well. You know, I would love to see. I mean, I've said this a few times today. I would love to see, like, you know, other guys come on, Chan Siu Weng, Sheikh Sulaiman, Veloso, De Silva, just 1 or 2 minutes, just to give it a bit of run. But I know at the moment that's not what you would do. Look at Gilbert.
No, Ben, you know, you make a good point there. So, you know, a fresh player is definitely going to be much better than, you know, a fatigued starter. So, you know, why not give them a chance to show what they can do?
Yes, true.
They might surprise you.
Yeah, they actually might. You know, holding it. Shoots from the elbow, in and out. Rebound by Simba. Outlet to Ollie Shu. Ollie Shu drives. Short.
But Ben, you know, I like that shot right there by Ollie Shu.
Fair enough. He's got his courage personified. Evan. Will he pass or will he go for the layup? Scoops it up with a scoop layup right there.
Yeah, you know what? That's a great screen there by Jeremy Combs to free up Evan Gilliard on the cut to the rim.
OD. Hua Zhang trying to step in for the steal. Good job, Mr. Wiggle. OD in the lane, out. No, that is the travel call of the highest order.
Yeah, you know, OD Bassett faced resistance at the rim and he dished it, you know, made the right call there, dished it to a player, a teammate. But Oliver Shu just wasn't ready for the ball and definitely wasn't ready for the defender flying in his face.
Yep, and now Chan Siu Wing on court.
He was the starting point guard today.
Yeah,
Was the starting point guard yesterday as well.
he's more. He is that #1 player.
But he's having a little bit of problems defending Evan Gilliard.
I think everybody's having problems defending Evan Gilliard. Gilliard tried to go for the dish to Jeremy Combs, but it goes the other way. Hong Kong ball.
Sorry, Gilliard should have taken that shot on the first pullback there. You know, created the space. Chan Siu Wing, like we said, having troubles keeping up with him.
Hua Zhang staying with O'Darian Bassett. And here comes Chan Siu Wing as OD will probably go to more of a 2 role. And that's a pretty good, interesting, I mean, that is a good move right there by Coach Jelko.
Yeah, so I do think that Chan Siu Wing, you know, does well handling the ball, you know, allows O'Darian Bassett to, you know, take a little bit of a breather sometimes, you know, share the ball carrying duties. Dom Gilbert on the wing.
Off the cross-court pass, sends it, misses it. Looks like a bit of a rush shot right there. Here comes Mr. Wiggle. Evan. Look at the battle of the bigs between Hassan Thomas and Chris McLaughlin. Chris McLaughlin at the moment still with 3 fouls.
Yeah, he's done well.
He's done very well. He's done very well. And I think they need to put him in a position where he can just take off and slam it down. And like that was their game plan yesterday, but today they stuck to the same game plan, but it changed a bit because this is a very fast, running hard Saigon Heat team. Gilbert off the pump fake, out, swing, drive, good D by Evan, shoots for 2, miss. They need a bucket. That will just lift their confidence. Thomas to Wiggle, looking, Wiggle. Swing, baseline, Thomas working on Chris McLaughlin. Lost the handle, gets it back. Evan drives, bounce, drives! Was that clean?
That was clean.
Question mark.
That was clean, but the referee's calling it out of bounds right there.
Really?
Yeah, it was clean. Look at this replay right here, you know, going through the rim and rejecting it. The angle wasn't the greatest on that replay right there.
But that was clean.
It was clean, you know.
That's why I was like, oh, what's wrong with that?
Yeah. You know, that was a clean block on first glance.
Did you see that? Everybody was looking at the referee.
Yeah,
I thought
you
he was
know,
going to call something.
it was called as an out of bounds there. So,
drives, tries to go inside, no. Here comes Chan Siu Wing. OD. Chris will set the screen. OD will drive. OD will shoot. 2 shots for O'Darian Bassett. And do they need these free throws right now?
yeah, you know, they do need these free throws. You know, the free throws will get them back on track at least. You know, they have struggled in this third quarter. About 7 minutes gone and only 2 points on the board for them in this third. But that was a good call by the referee there. OD Bassett got hit on the wrist by Mr. Wiggles, our K right there. So he will go to the line, shooting 2.
Gets 19. That's his 19th point of the game. O'Darian Bassett is the leading scorer in this game.
Yeah, you know, and Ben, we talked about needing Hong Kong needing more scoring contribution from their bench. And, you know, I like the mentality some of these local players are playing with right now, you know. Chan Siu Wing, Oliver Shu, not afraid to take the shot. I don't care if it's a bad miss, you know, but, you know, at least the first thing is to have the confidence to actually take it.
I really want to see Austin Veloso and Josh De Silva. You know, guys.
Josh Villa. Josh De Villa.
Sorry, Josh De Villa, my mistake. Turnover right here. Here they come. Bounce. Fly! Two-handed flush dunk right there.
Yeah, you know, an ankle breaker on the other end, but this is what I've been saying about having some offensive consistency there. Once you ankle break someone, you have to finish the play. You cannot just leave it halfway, and you know, leave it halfway was what happened, and Hong Kong Eastern immediately got out. Mr. Chris McLaughlin looking like Evan Gilliard on the fast break right there, throwing it down with a great pass from an O'Darian Bassett.
Now it's great stuff right here. And look at that finish. Did you say Josh De Silva?
Josh De Villa.
No, it's Josh
De Villa, sorry.
It's Josh De Silva.
Oh, Josh De Silva, my bad.
I think you've been watching too much Spanish League.
We're just going to double check on that a little bit.
Yeah, it is De Villa, my bad. Yeah, you're right.
You've been watching too many Premier League.
No, I've been watching these. Actually, I do watch some Spanish League basketball. And women's basketball as well. I'm a fan of Valencia women's basketball team.
Very nice.
Yeah,
Very
my favorite
nice.
player is Beck Allen.
I am keeping up with too many sports at the moment. You know, I watch the French League, football, Premier League, you know, NBA, and I have to watch the Malaysian leagues as well, of course.
No, we're sports commentators. We watch a lot of games and a lot of sports, and you know, and I'm a big basketball fan. So even when I'm not commentating on a game, I'll be, you know, looking at other leagues, not just the NBA, but you know, the Canadian League, the Australian League, which has come leaps and bounds in such a very short space of time. And some of the ABL talents have played in the Australian League as well.
Yeah.
You know, Will Deng Chan, who played for the Philippines team.
Simba has done well, did well in the
Great
possession,
job there.
stopping Jeremy Combs.
OD, up, scoop, no.
OD has lost some of the fire that he caught in the first half.
That's right. Evan driving. Referee made the call.
Chan Siu Wing with the foul right there. Referee calling a block on Chan.
Look at that by Evan as he drove on Chan Siu Wing.
Leaned into him a little bit there on the contact.
15 seconds left on the shot clock, so plenty of time on this one for this play. Out. Jeremy saying, give me a backdoor cut. Hand off, look at that move. Fires, miss. Gets the rebound, up. Good job, Simba. Down the middle, OD. Where's his options? OD for the two, not quite. Chris McLaughlin tried to recover it with a tip, but couldn't get that to go down. Evan, stay with him, fires. Bang! Flamethrower three.
Yeah, you know, I was just about to say on the last Saigon Heat possession, Jeremy Combs rushed the interior two-pointer, but then, you know, no rush on this one here as he was left wide open in transition.
Okay, Hong Kong have a bit of a mountain to climb right here, but there's still the fourth quarter ensues. Shoots for the triple. Oh, splashes that home. The splash mountain three, as I like to call it.
Yeah, you know, it does seem like OD Bassett shoots better when there's a hand in his face.
They've got to play perimeter defense right now. Hong Kong, this Saigon team feeling it. Splits the double team right there. Great job to that big man, J.R. Holder, who just has a hold on everything offense today.
J.R. Holder as well, flexing after that play, showing off his guns.
OD, fancy, couldn't finish. Saigon, Evan, looking, driving, attacking, couldn't get the finish right there. Bassett with 15 left before the end of this period. OD being single coverage by Mr. Kwajang earlier. Chris. Marco, no, that's not Marco Len, splashes it right there. That's Chan Siu Wing, my bad. Check that.
Sorry, Ben, that's a great shot there by Chan Siu Wing, giving the Hong Kong Eastern team another 3 points to cut it down to a single-digit lead before the fourth.
Look, that's right, Meng. It's a 9-point lead, everyone. Saigon Heat, 65. Hong Kong Eastern, 56. End of the fourth quarter, coming up next. Fourth quarter not far away, just a matter of seconds. The game here between the Hong Kong Eastern team and the Saigon Heat. The ABL Invitational 2023 Circuit 3 Season 11. Saigon Heat 65, Hong Kong Eastern 56 right now. Here with me, Ben Ibrahim and analyst Meng. And Meng, Hong Kong Eastern making a late run to close the gap.
Yeah, a late run hopefully in that third quarter to cut the lead down to a single-digit lead. It's, they've been outscored 18-12. They were on 2 points for the longest of time in the third quarter. But, a quick foul here for Saigon Heat's Jeremy Combe.
Resumption. Gilbert. OD for the three. Miss. Simba couldn't get the rebound. Fuvan did. K sends it from long from the outside. K deposits from deep. Mr. Kwajang.
Yeah, what a shot there. Finally giving a reply to OD Bassett's trees.
The locals of Saigon are stepping up. Gilbert from up top. No, he drives. Good pass. And airtime for Chris McLaughlin. The Canada boom slam.
That was a poster and a half right there, but great vision by Dom Gilbert to find his big man right underneath the rim.
Combs. 2 shots for Mr. Jeremy Combs. And I mean, you know what? Even though it's a 10-point game, I still feel it's pretty close, Ming.
Yeah, it's been a pretty good game so far. Teams, both teams' intensity has been there the whole night, despite Hong Kong Eastern coming off a back-to-back game.
Well, they controlled it yesterday in the second quarter. Mainly the third quarter and the second quarter, the Hong Kong team. But the fourth quarter, Singapore threw the kitchen sink at Hong Kong. And Jeremy Combs there with the miss. He put his hand up for the NBA draft in 2019. He was a contender for NBA teams, but didn't get the call, so he played basketball in Israel. for, I hope I pronounced it right, Hapoel Ramat.
Interesting fact right there, Ben.
Thanks, man. His dad is Derek Combs, so big shout out to Derek Combs. That's a request, a polite request from your son. Nice guy. Oh, almost a steal there by Mr. Wiggle for the three. Couldn't recover to get that down. Great rebound by Holder. Here comes Evan. Evan looking, shooting. Oh, bang! Evan Gilliard. Too quick and slick.
And that is so good. You know, the step back or the side step. Dangerous, a lethal move for Evan Gilliard.
They've got to be better in transition and really lock down and protect that and play perimeter defense. A quick pass there and the tap by Chan Siu Wing to Dom Gilbert.
Yeah, you know, I think that was a good move by Chan Siu Wing.
It was a good move, I do agree.
Once again, poor execution. You know, the idea was good right there, wanting to get the ball to Dom Gilbert in the corner. The corner tree, the most efficient tree of all the trees in the game.
So if Saigon Heat win this game, they will be on top of the table, temporarily of course, because straight after this, NS Matrix Malaysia.
Exactly.
Good pass, couldn't finish it underneath. NS Matrix Malaysia will take on the Cooley, or the Bangkok Tigers, shall I say.
Yeah, the Bangkok Tigers versus the NS Matrix up next at 6 p.m.
That's our final game of today. Launches, miss. Tony tried to get the rebound but couldn't. Here comes a very quick Evan. He's driving. Oh, lost the handle right there. Dom Gilbert wants to take advantage.
Oh.
Tony lost the handle off the Dom Gilbert pass.
Yeah.
Dom sensed that he was being chased down hard by two Saigon Heat defenders. So it was wise of him to pass, but I don't think maybe it was a communication challenge right there.
Yeah, no, it definitely was a good pass from Dom Gilbert there, and you know, Tony Trucker just couldn't bend low enough. You know, sometimes we say basketball is a game of height, but you know, on that one, all the height in the world couldn't help Tony the Truck.
Out, wide open for the three. No good. Gilbert down the middle, advancing. Shoots off the pull-up, no good. Thomas with the easy rebound. Evan constantly on the wing, looking dangerous. Tried to do the cross. For the three. Couldn't get that to go.
Yeah, you know, it's really unwise to leave Jeremy Combs so wide open at the three-point line. He's hit 2 in the game already.
Marco learned as he was trying to protect the ball. Disrupted there by Kwa Jang, or Mr. K. That's his nickname. That's what his teammates call him, K for Kwa.
And you know, Ben, one thing I don't really like, or I'd like to see more from the Hong Kong Eastern teams, look for Chris McLaughlin more on the low post, you know, on offense.
That's the thing. That's what they did yesterday. They did that with him and Tony the Truck, and Tony the Truck was hitting shots from the outside, which also helped. There's Chris off the fake in the lane.
There you go, right on cue, right there. go into Chris McLaughlin. Trust him to create your offense. He's a good post presence.
Yeah, well, they should just, get it to him, and so he can go right at the heart of the Saigon defense, because he's a big guy, hard to stop.
And you know, he towers over almost all the Saigon Heat players there, and you know, great help by Jeremy Combs.
Well, there's a big unit, so no surprise right there.
I think JR might be checking out of the game because of a bleed on his lip.
Bleeding on his lip, yeah. Doesn't look so good right there, but I hope he's okay. Opportunity for a local. Bassett, OD, shoots, miss. Yeah, this is definitely fatigue. I've commentated on OD's games for many years, Ming. Yeah, he's not 100% himself. Whether it's yesterday's knock-on effect or... Yeah, I think it's just fatigue. Gilliard off the screen. Goes for the three. Short. Good rebound there by Chan Siu Wing, who's been very productive in the second half.
Yeah,
trying to keep his team in this game. OD. Mr. Wiggle trying to stay with OD. Chasing OD.
Go down to Chris.
Double team. Out. He should fire now. High. Not the best stroking shot. Needed a bit more rainbow in that one. 72-58. Over 5 minutes to go before the end of this game.
Sort of a 2-3 zone going on now for the Hong Kong Eastern team.
Out. Swing. Don't let him take the three. Off the fake. Drive. To the rack. No. Chris brings it up as quickly as he can. Thought about the three. OD. Send it. Oh no, it goes to Chris. Spin. Well, they must have heard your playbook there, Ming.
There you go, you know, go down to Chris McLaughlin. He can create the offense. He can bring you back into this game. You need an inside-out game, you know, to make it effective. If there ain't scoring in the inside, it's not going to work on the outside.
Thomas lost the handle. Here they come. Could this be a run here for Hong Kong? Oh, they give it away right there. Marco, learn, wiggle, pass, drive. And no problem to get the two right there, Mr. Jeremy Combs.
Yeah, you know, and what I saw there was just pure fatigue. You know, Tony Trucker and, you know, Chris McLaughlin was standing right under the rim, but no one could get up and challenge Jeremy Combs there.
McLaughlin around, foul, gets his own miss.
Ooh.
And foul. He'll get 2 shots.
Yeah, you know, Chris McLaughlin, you know, I told you, Ben, go down to Chris McLaughlin. He's going to create offense for you, and he's done so successfully on 3 trips for the Hong Kong Eastern so far.
Well, Tony Trucker not in foul trouble, but 9 points today. And only 14 points down. Still a bit of time left on this one, so this is not a foregone conclusion for the Hong Kong Eastern team, Ming.
Yeah, you know, Tony the Trucker has not quite been so effective. He hasn't been able to get to his spots well enough today. And you know, yesterday he was knocking down trees from the outside, but today he you know, it all comes down back to fatigue again. You know,
It is, and that's something that every team has had to weather. I remember the Macau Black Bears team; they had to play the Matrix team 24 hours after a game in Singapore, and you could tell they were not running on the court; they were jogging on the court.
Yeah.
I remember that game in Singapore. I watched it on the live stream.
Ben, and you know, like, basketball is a game of small differences. You know, sometimes positioning yourself 1 step to the left or 1 step to the right opens you up for an open shot, you know. And sometimes when you're tired, you don't want to do these small differences, and it all adds up. And you know, that's why Saigon Heat has a 12-point lead over the Hong Kong team right now.
Combs, dish, Thomas, yes, and one. Strong move by Hassan Thomas.
Yeah, you know, Hassan Thomas, a great finisher from the inside. Can stroke the tree at times as well. Not as consistent from the outside. But what I've seen there again, you know, Tony Trucker, not quite at 100% today.
A big shout out to Charles Thomas and Hava Cartwright. Those are the loved ones of Hassan Thomas. He asked me to send Charles and Hava his best. Chan Siu Wing. Where is this going? Screen there by Tony the Truck earlier. OD fires. Yes! That is a much needed 3 for the Hong Kong team as we are heading down the stretch for this game.
Yeah, you know, Ben, you know, the 3 points from OD Bassett is not enough to close the lead, but it is enough to get back the 3-point play that Hassan Thomas scored on the other end just now.
Holder out off the fake with the floater. No, tap. They'll go again. Saigon Heat drives on Learn. Gets it over. Chris McLaughlin, JR Holder, too strong, and with finesse right there.
Yeah, you know, what a shot by JR Holder. Hong Kong was playing a zone defense, and he knew that Chris McLaughlin was there, but...
Step up and hit it again from the outside, Mr. O'Darian Bassett.
Bassett single-handedly trying to keep Hong Kong in this game.
He's got 29 points at the moment. That's up there.
What's the season record for points this season, Ben? You know?
In a game?
Yeah.
Actually, Ardo asked me this very same question in Batam, and I looked at the history books, and I think it was Marcus Marshall of the Kuala Lumpur Dragons in season 2018, and the Dragons were coached by Chris Thomas that season, and he scored 60 points in Thailand.
60.
Yeah, it was a record.
Crazy.
He just kept shooting 3-point bombs the whole game. He couldn't miss,
Man.
and that was against the Mono Vampire Basketball Club, a very talented team who made the finals that year. Shoots, miss, and they took on a Philippines team in the final. Chan Siu Wing. Chris wants to set the screen, not quite. OD, sidestep. 3! Good!
3 consecutive threes for OD Bassett. He's recaptured that first quarter form, and you know it's crucial right now.
Well, they're gonna play defense right here. Gotta play D, gotta get a stop, gotta get the next basket in that sequence.
Yeah, perfectly said.
Evan, kick. Hands up, wall up. Shoots from the baseline, miss. Okay, there's the stop. Outlet pass. Here comes OD. Will he fire? Fires! No, quite. I thought he was getting in.
Yeah, you know, just a little bit too eager. When you have made 3 threes in a row, you really want that heat check 3 to go down as well. You know, just rushing that shot a little bit. But
Yeah, he rushed it. He rushed it a bit too much.
yeah, but Ben, what made it happen was the zone defense, the 1-3-1 zone defense that got them the stop in the first place. Timeout called by Saigon Heat as Coach Matt Van Pelt wants to talk his team through the defensive schemes, or the switch on the defensive schemes by the Hong Kong Eastern squad.
Well, like I said, Meng, I told you this game was not over by a long stretch. So, what do we have? We haven't had overtime.
The OD show.
The O'Darian Bassett show with 32 points in this game.
Will OD bring us into OT?
Wouldn't that be a headline right there for the ASEAN Basketball League website? Don't forget, everybody, go to the ASEAN Basketball League website, and there's a lot of great content there. There's statistics, previous scores of the invitational games from Singapore, Batam, and Malaysia. There's some pictures there, there's some videos there. It's a very, very informative website, and full credit to our content team who have loaded it heavily with content. So there's if you want to find out anything basketball related about the players, the coaches, the teams, please go ahead right there. And it's we are on it almost every day. We love the content. I've been surfing that site for years.
Yeah, for sure. Well, 8 points here.
Defense is the word of the hour.
Intentional foul by Tony Trucker on Jeremy Combs there. Wondering if that's in the game plan.
That's an interesting one.
Trying to force a miss at the line. Stopping the clock, giving them time to get back some points.
And some oxygen.
Yeah. Oh, there you go.
Well, there you go. If this second shot doesn't go in, Tony the Truck is a basketball genius.
I know. Well, not necessarily Tony the Truck, but you know, this might have been the scheme drawn out by Coach Jelko in the...
Wouldn't be surprised. Quite a European tactic, actually. I've seen this before.
There you go.
Breaks both shots, but Hassan Thomas gets it back. Coach Jelko very, very upset.
No, it was drawn up exactly like he wanted it to until that offensive rebound.
Evan drives, runner, oh, banks it in right there.
Is that the dagger in this game, Ben?
It might be, to be honest. It really, really just might be. Will they try to... No. Good press there by Kwajang. He stayed with O'Darian Bassett. Spin earlier. They're going to try to go for a big shot. Good double team defense. Tony fires. Miss. Okay, all Saigon have to do is just waste the next 20 seconds.
Not great shot selection there from Tony the Truck. Wanted to do too much there, but he had an open Dominic Gilbert on the other side of the court. Maybe could have passed it over.
Evan just wasting a bit of time. We go for a shot. Step back 3. Miss. Oh, they'll get it back. Fires. Bang! Bang! Yep, that's the dagger right there.
Yeah, you know, player to watch. One of the players to watch, J.R. Hoder, didn't start out the game really well, but he's steadily contributed throughout the whole game and has 16 now with that made shot.
Well, it was all about rebounding, wasn't it, Meng? And nobody boxing out Hassan Thomas. He got that easy rebound right there, so...
And you know, Ben, Hong Kong would know about the importance about rebounding because, you know, yesterday Tony Trucker with a crucial rebound on a missed free throw secured them the win, the 2-point win over the Singapore Slingers.
Yeah, well, one day you get it, one day it's not with you. OD for the 3. Gets the bounce, Tony. Yep. No basket.
That will be basket interference there by Chris McLaughlin. Getting a bit too eager.
Sorry about that interruption, Ming, but the Saigon Heat will take this game and go to the top of the ASEAN Basketball League table. A good fight by Hong Kong, who was absolutely fatigued, but the Saigon Heat flexing their muscles, and they will take this game 84-71 over the Hong Kong Eastern team, the 2017 champions of the ASEAN Basketball League. Great game, both teams. Ming.
Yeah, you know, Saigon Heat just played so well today. Hong Kong Eastern, well, you know, these two teams were very balanced teams at the start of the games. And Hong Kong Eastern, unfortunately, just fell, you know, gave into the fatigue right there. Saigon Heat advancing to 8-2, if I'm not wrong, on the season, and they will sit atop the standings just for the moment.
Let's have a look at the highlights right now.
Thanks very much, Meng. We're here with Jeremy Combs, 23 points and 11 rebounds. When I say those stats, what does those numbers mean to you, Jeremy?
All I really care about is getting a win. That's what I'm happy about.
Now tell us about today's game. You were taking on a very fatigued Hong Kong Eastern team, but it didn't feel that way, did it?
I mean, we approach every game the same way. They came out and fought hard. I mean, we fought hard. It was a great game, and I'm just happy we put on a good show for all the fans.
Now with that win, the Saigon Heat go to the top of the table. What does that mean to you and the team going into the game against the NS Matrix on Wednesday night, the final game of this Invitational?
We just take every game the same way. We're excited about the opportunity, and we're going to go out there and give it everything we got, and hopefully it's a great game and we come out on top.
Well, all the best, my friend, for the remainder of the tournament. Thanks very much for your time. So that is Jeremy Combs, number 0, with 23 points and 11 rebounds. That's the end of this game, everybody, between the Hong Kong Eastern team and the victorious Saigon Heat. Don't go away. Stick with us, because in the next 20 minutes or so, we have the game between the NS Matrix, the home team, taking on the Bangkok Tigers. On behalf of Meng and everybody here at the ASEAN Basketball League and myself, Ben Ibrahim, it's not bye-bye, it's catch you very, very soon. You're watching the ASEAN Basketball League.
This broadcast of the ASEAN Basketball League may not be reused in any way, shape, or form without an express written consent of the ABL.